Hey everyone, I'm Nate.
And I'm Abby.
This little guy's Popeye, and we are the RC Sailors. He's out to have a little fun and to get cool, because it's very hot out here today. But you should be excited because of the drone that we have to share. This is a drone made by Visuo. And we've had a Visuo drone on the channel before, and it did really, really well. Abby loved that drone, we both did. But the reason to be excited about this one is because we now have a drone here, a folding arm Wi-Fi FPV camera drone that has a flight time of about 15 to 17 minutes. That's amazing. This drone comes in under $60 roughly, and it's completely ready to fly. And the battery here, a single cell 1800 milliamp LiPo, gives us that long of a flight time. And I know this because Abby and I tested this drone before this video yesterday, just to make sure it could do that, because that's a pretty bold statement from a toy grade drone. We also have heard some comments from some of our subscribers and friends that they also have this battle drone. I think it's called a Battle Shark drone, and they get that long of a flight time too, so we know for sure that it's not just a fluke. Guys, we'll have this drone linked in the description box below for you, and I can confidently tell you now, before we get any farther in the video, that it is a must-have if you want a toy grade drone that will fly that long. We've never seen anything come close to that before. You notice the little camera on the front can be tilted up and down manually on the ground, and we have an on-off switch on the bottom, which I like a lot more than the power button on top or just it turning on when the battery is connected. I like that a lot. We get a very nice labeled transmitter. It feels a lot like an Xbox controller. It's almost exactly like an Xbox controller. So anyone that plays games is going to know what that feels like compared to like a big box transmitter, which is a little older now. And again, everything being labeled just helps a lot. Just feels good. It's a good transmitter. We get a nice instruction manual with this. It's probably worth holding on to, but you don't have to if you don't want to, because we're giving you the QR code right now for the free app. Just pause our video, scan that QR code, and you can download the free app if you lose your instructions. In this bag, we get 4 spare props, 4 prop guards, and a pretty good sized Phillips screwdriver used to access the back panel of your transmitter to put in your AA batteries. You charge the drone battery with this USB to micro USB charge cable that's included, and it just takes about an hour or so to charge. And I do highly recommend keeping this box. It's just a nice little storage case, better than some boxes, to keep all your stuff in. When it's folded up, it does a really good job. Remember, I can confidently tell you guys that this is a good drone and it's worth picking up. 2 big thumbs up, but we're gonna show you a full flight. Just so you know, there's not going to be any cuts or anything. We're going to give you a full flight video so you too can see that it really does fly, as we stated, 15, 17 minutes. So let's put it in the air. All right, Popeye's going to have some fun chasing and barking for a second, and then he'll definitely calm down any minute now. So one thing I want to point out is that the lights are very bright on this. They don't look like it right now because it's very bright outside, but I can see those red lights on the back and green lights on the front. It's amazing really how bright they are. Most of the time these toy grade drones or even hobby grade drones, it's hard to see the lights in the bright of the day, but I can on this one. So there we go, Popeye's calmed down a little bit. The altitude hold that it's doing right now is 100% the drone, and it's doing a great job at it. Popeye, hey buddy. Okay. We got another member pulling in here, and Popeye's barking at them. All right, let's show you how fast it can zip around. Right now, Abby and I are standing under the canopy just to try to keep cool. Hold my little guy here while we fly. We're standing under the canopy. He's licking my fingers to help me fly the drone to try to keep cool. So we're flying at a different angle than we usually do because, guys, it's like 90 degrees out right now. It's very hot. Look at that. Does such a good job. All right, buddy, I'll let you down after he pulls in here, okay? It's hard to hold a Popeye and fly a drone. But the point of this whole video here that we're doing for you guys is to show you the full flight time, really. Just trust me, it's a good drone. It's as good as any toy grade drone is. The only difference that I've seen on other toy grade drones sometimes is a visual positioning system on the downward part of the drone, and it'll help hold it in place in some light wind, but that's the only thing this is lacking. Let's do a flip here. You just press the top right shoulder button that's labeled flip, and then pick a direction, and it does a great flip. We also have rates. I can press the top left shoulder button. We can fly a little faster to combat some wind. You guys notice this is a good sized drone. It's a big drone, easy to see. There's that canopy that we're hiding under. And we have a rate 3 too. So 3 beeps for rate 3. A lot faster, a lot zippier. So we're getting some wind now. This thing can definitely hold its own in the wind. Not like storm level winds, but just some breezes. You know, it does a good job. 5 to 6 mile an hour winds probably. Now the camera quality that you guys are seeing is actually the recording to Abby's phone. It is not the Wi-Fi feed that you would see live. You know, this is not a live recording to Abby's phone. It's actually saving the file to her phone. And we'll have to be careful. What I'm probably going to do is hit save, just because the other day when we were testing this, it was so hot out, like today, that her phone overheated and we didn't get any of the saved footage. So I'm going to probably tap save really quick. Give me a second.
Have you guys noticed the eagle or bird or whatever, hawk thing that's been flying the whole time? It's somewhere over there. It was in the shot a lot. It's pretty cool. Popeye.
I can get it back up there. Yeah, that's a huge bird, isn't it? I think that's probably a buzzard. There we go. Yeah, see? Right up there above us. Now he's soaring. We did a glider just the other day. He's soaring and catching thermals, doing a great job. This is just a really good drone, guys. It does have headless mode and return to home. A lot of times those features don't work very well on these drones, and we did take off at a funny angle today, so...
I just landed on my lens.
I'll hit headless mode. We'll see if it works. It's marked really well. So there we go. Yeah, right now everything's a little opposite. I need to calibrate this, but I can still show you how it works. Don't like the beeping very much. We can just rotate it and give it away, and it does fly away. Same with back. The function, it does work. Cool. I just have to give it right now because of the way I'm standing. I'm actually giving it right for it to fly away. But it works. So let's take it out of headless mode because I don't like the beeping.
Does it have like a fake return to home?
It does, yeah, but it's going to be probably to the shed. Watch. Nope, it's out toward the field.
Isn't a lot of times when you calibrate these things, it's a matter of just like something with the joysticks?
Well, yeah, the calibration's easy. You just set it on the ground. You usually want to face it away from you. As you're standing, set it down in front of you, and the drone should face away from you, and it's usually just like push both sticks down to the left or something. And the instructions do tell us. I think that's actually what this is, but I might be wrong. It might be both down and out. Flies really well, and this is going to be a longer video of ours because we want to show you guys that full flight time. I did start the camera back up, so we should have video. Yeah, and you're timing the feed is good. Yeah, it's probably like 24, 25 frames per second. So you notice a little bit of choppiness, but the camera quality looks good. And on the phone, at least, while I'm flying Wi-Fi, I don't notice a ton of jello. It just has some, but you could easily line up a shot with this. Like, I'm holding the phone now, rotate around, there's us, you know, I can line the shot up, no problem. There's not that much of a delay that I can't use that signal. Now you can actually use the app to fly if you prefer and don't want to use the transmitter. So
yeah, you can pull up joysticks and stuff in the app.
I prefer the transmitter. And unlike some of the cheaper toy grade drones we've had on the channel, sometimes the Wi-Fi FPV, because it's on the same frequency wave as the transmitter, you get interference. 2.4 gigahertz in Wi-Fi. So This one doesn't have that interference at all. I don't ever notice it, but I'm also not flying half a mile away either, keeping it within visual line of sight. So this long flight time, Abby, I think you should take the controls a little bit, just show them what this drone can do. I'm back down to rate 1, and it's facing away, so I'm going to pass the controls off to you.
Okay. Keep the drone on the left side so they can see it.
Yep, will do.
Put my shades on, and we're ready to go.
Looks pretty good in the sky. I like it on the camera. It looks good.
Popeye.
Now, when did you hit record? Like maybe 10 seconds before I actually took off?
Yeah, it was like less than that actually.
Okay, so we're at 7.5 minutes of flight time. Normally, this is where most drones, most toy grade drones would go kaput.
I like the teeth on it a lot.
Yeah.
It helps with orientation.
And there's lights too.
Yeah.
I can actually see the lights on the camera.
Yeah, for it being middle of the day, extremely bright, you can really see the lights. You didn't test the flips out.
I did.
You did?
Yep.
Oh, well, I have a bad memory now. It does all directions
Yeah.
really well.
Yeah. Don't lose any altitude when you do it. It's amazing. The other day we flew a Sima drone on the channel and it flew for just barely 5 minutes, right? You remember that? I mean, you liked it. I liked it. It was a good drone. Just had a short flight time.
Yeah, I liked it because it was indoor-outdoor.
Yep. Now this one's pretty much just outdoor. Why can't we start seeing this level of quality on all toy grade drones, especially flight time? I think we should see this. I mean, this is awesome. This is kind of groundbreaking for a toy grade drone. And I'm just talking about the flight time. Every other function, we've seen these functions on other drones on our channel before, and they tend to do well. But this, you know, they never ever fly this long.
Popeye's back there begging, trying to get some BK.
Ah.
It's always being good now.
Okay.
He's funny.
Well, how do you think, what do you think about how it flies?
Oh, it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's very responsive, especially for it being Wi-Fi. Sometimes you get some delay in the controls, but
Right.
not this one.
So you think the same thing too?
Yeah.
It's good. This needs to go on everyone's list. Even if you don't get this for yourself, this would be a good one for like maybe your kid or someone, a friend that you have in the hobby, because it flies so long. We're flying longer than a DJI Spark here.
Yeah.
The Spark flies for about 11 minutes if you're lucky.
If you're lucky, yeah.
And here we're up to 9.5 minutes on this Battle Shark. I think they call it the Battle Shark?
Yeah.
Visuo Battle Shark. But remember, we'll have it linked in the description box below for you, and we'll probably have a comment pinned to the top with that link.
And Nathan briefly mentioned last year we had a Visuo quadcopter on our channel, and
Yeah.
we labeled it the best folding arm drone under $50.
It was good.
For 2017.
Yeah.
And this one is right up there. Now we did have one with the visual positioning on the bottom. That was really good, but the flight time didn't touch this.
No.
So, I mean, if you saw that video from last year but just didn't pull the trigger, I would pull the trigger on this just because of the flight time.
I agree. I very much agree. The cool thing is too, we're not just hovering. We got the flips going. We're adjusting the speeds. We tried the headless mode, a little return to home, zipping it around. Got FPV going. Like, it's not just hovering in place with no other bells and whistles going, and it's hitting those flight times. I'm telling you, we need to see all toy grade drones get a bigger battery that's efficient like this.
The altitude hold on this is pretty incredible too.
It is rock solid. It really is.
You can fly this with one hand as long as you understand that right, left, forward, back. Like, that's all you need to fly this. It makes it really nice. That's what I've been doing a lot, is just flying with one hand.
So, we usually don't have this long of a flight time on a drone.
What should we talk about now?
How you guys doing? What are your RC dreams? Let us know in the comments section below. I'd like to know. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Actually, I want to talk about this.
What is your RC dream?
Well, first of all, I want to hear from everybody else, okay? I want you to pause the video or just let the video keep playing. Go down to the comments section and let me know what your goals are for the next 365 days. What do you want to start to learn to fly maybe you're an airplane pilot and you've never owned a truck before. What trucks are you looking at? Let us know what your goals are for the next 365 days in the hobby. If you want to get into race drones, maybe you've never flown FPV before, I want to know. My goals. I usually don't have big goals like this. I feel like I'm just here to enjoy the hobby, but I have set a personal goal for myself in the hobby. I want to get into gas planes, not glow. I've had glow planes in the past, not on my channel, just for personal use.
Restarting the video again, just because
okay.
It's very hot and my phone overheated.
Yeah, go for it. So good. I'm glad you did. And since you just did that, I'm going to stop here. I've got to stop this camera and start it back up too. And we're back. That should only have been about a second. We were at 12.5 minutes and I restarted this camera. So my goals.
Gas planes.
Gas planes. I want a pretty good size, like, I don't know, 5th scale or something, gas plane.
You know how much other stuff comes with that?
I know, trust me, I know. I may not hit that goal.
I mean, I'll support you no matter what, but it doesn't mean I have to like it.
Yeah, that's okay. I think you will when it's in the air and you're flying it a little too, but that's just kind of a goal that I've set for myself. I don't know if I'll hit that goal, but it's something to work toward and save up some money, and maybe you guys could help me pick out a good gas plane for those of you that are gas plane flyers. I love airplanes. That's probably one of my favorite parts of the hobby. It is one of my favorite parts of the hobby, and probably the only thing that comes even close to that is chasing a plane with a race drone. Those are my 2 favorite things to do in the RC hobby, and so I just want to enhance that. I want to bring some gas planes to you guys if possible, and maybe just improve my piloting skills a little bit.
I know why you want a gas plane.
Why?
Because at RCS Fest, all planes are allowed, no matter the fuel type.
Yeah, and
so you're wanting to get on that big 1 mile paved runway.
It'd be nice.
A real nice big gas plane, aren't you?
It'd be nice. Yeah, that'd be cool. And I could fly with Gary. I just got here. Our buddy. He has.
Subscribe to his channel.
Yes, he's a good guy, a great pilot. He crashes and burns like the rest of us, and he fixes them back up and flies more. Again, his channel name is I Just Got Here. I think he's not quite at 100 subs yet. He might be at like 40 subs. He kind of just started up his channel this year. So if you want to see him progress in hobby too with some big gas planes, check him out. I Just Got Here. But it'd be cool if I could fly a gas plane with Gary. Yeah, we could do some like formation flying. And I'll be honest, I want to put a smoke. Part of the reason I want a gas plane is because I want to be able to put a smoke machine on my plane. I've never personally flown a plane with smoke, and I think that's something I'd really like to do. It's always fun in the flight simulator, so it's got to be even better in real life, right? What about you, Abby? Do you have any?
My RC hopes and dreams?
Sure.
My hopes and dreams? No one's gonna like this.
I want to hear it.
Organization in our RC room.
Okay, that's a good one. That's
all I want.
Yeah. It's hard to stay ahead.
That's why no one ever sees it, is because it's always just a mess.
It's crazy out there, isn't it?
It is just nonsense. If you can walk out there, then
it's a good day. It's a good day. Okay, I want to point out that we stopped this camera at 12.5 minutes. We just hit the 3-minute mark, so that means we're at 15.5 minutes of flight time. If you didn't believe us, do you now? This is an awesome flight time for a toy grade drone. I think it should fall under 60 bucks. Might even catch it on sale for closer to $50. It's amazing. The altitude hold is perfect. It's easy to fly. It's good for beginners. I don't think we're going to need to do a wrap up at the end of this video because we're kind of wrapping it up now while Abby's flying it, zipping it around. Just found a really good drone, guys, for a good price with a super long flight time. That's a first. That's a first. You should pick at least one of these up. If you pick 2 up, you can fly for a half hour. We're at 40 minutes probably.
Trying to see if the lights were blinking.
Now, I know people are gonna ask, Nate, can you get a spare battery for this? I'll be honest with you, maybe. It depends where we're looking. Sometimes we can.
If we can find one, we'll link it in the description box. And if we find one, buy one with this, because these don't tend to keep spare parts in long.
And I'll be surprised if this stays in stock more than like, you know, 24 hours. If it does, it's because they have a ton in stock, but they'll probably go out of stock pretty close to the time of us releasing this video. So that happens sometimes in the hobby. When a good product hits the market, we let you guys know about it. Gets out of stock. Abby's actually stopped flying. She's getting a drink of water. It's that good of a hover. That good of a hover. It's hot out here, guys. Very hot. Yeah, if we find a spare battery, or if you guys find a spare battery, send us a link. Send us a link if you find it before us, and we'll put it in our description box for everybody else. But sometimes these toy grade drones, you have to kind of accept you might only get the one battery with it. So that's why this is kind of groundbreaking to see a toy grade drone fly this long. We're at 5 minutes now on this round. That's 17 and a half minutes. 17 and a half.
And to save your battery, if you can't find another one to save it, as soon as you see those lights flashing, land.
Yep.
It's not
there. It's blinking. It's blinking now.
Yep.
It's blinking now.
Okay, I'm gonna land. Is there an auto land?
Auto land, yeah. It's this one right here, the top one.
So you can steer it down?
Yep.
It does the throttle on its own.
Okay, we're not going to wrap the end of this video up. That's it right there. It just hit 17 and a half, maybe 17 minutes and 45 minutes of flight time, possibly close to 18 minutes. That's amazing. We've never seen anything like this before in a toy grade drone. That's close to a Mavic flight time. Come on, how cool is that? Guys, it's linked in the description box below. We highly recommend this. 2 big thumbs up. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.